If this ship loaded correctly, this is a ship from Eagleseye called the Tempestborne, which sounds like the Dragonborn or something from Skyrim or something. Alright, looks like this one right here. The Tempestborne from Eagleseye 1999. It's quite the show. It should be fun once I get to do it in context with the show and play characters. It'll be a good time. Alright, the Tempestborne. What's this ship look like? Okay, that's got an interesting, cool, like, color scheme. I assume Eagleseye, as usual. There's another ship where the visuals were created with AI prompts. So that's pretty cool looking. Very unique ship design there. This one starts off slow. It's got the OP ion beam, and it is helped with AI design. Cool. So the description of this ship is the Ionic Devastator Type C. This ship specializes in disabling, not destroying enemy ships. And while at first it may take some time to getting used to, we'll be sure to remove any and all crew that stand against you. So it's a crew-killing ship with an ion, huh? A defense laser, an ion penetrator, giggity. This ion weapon penetrates straight through the enemy's shield and will disable any room it hits. 2 power, 11-second charge time, 4 ion damage that pierces shields. That's going to be OP. And then the ion mini beam. 1 power, 12-second ion damage. Okay. So I guess we're supposed to O2 crew killer enemies? This is going to be a long run if that's the case. Our only way to kill auto scouts is from a basic laser. Okay, normal crew. Cloaking, shields, clone bait. Alright, let's check out the Tempestborne. We have Gibbs, followed by we have the best type of invisibility Gibbs. The ion beam does do crew damage. Oh, it does? Oh, it does do 30 crew damage. I didn't read that part. Okay. Alright, so it's not necessarily only O2 crew killing. That's good. That'll speed it up a bit. Let's put the NG on weapons and the Mantis on engines for now, I guess. Okay. You played this ship by owning weapons, shields, and O2. Okay. Alright. How long is the beam? Longer than I expected. Giggity, that's what she said. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop. Slow burn at first, easily transitions to weapons build because the ion beam just works, yeah. It looks like it's going to be quite OP, that's for sure. Well, we did not dodge, not ideal. Okay. It's a nice, cool blue color on this beam. Yeah, it's definitely going to be slow on crew killing to start, that's for sure. The beam doesn't even look that slow. I'm guessing the slow burns just because of how slow it will be to kill the ship. Maybe I should have started by killing that guy and ioning the O2. That's probably what I should have done. Yes, it's just generally slow burn because it's a slow killing the enemy. Holy free early crew. Okay. Sure. You know what? We didn't have an RPG Nerdos on last ship, so let's have an RPG Nerdos as our Zoltan crew on shields. Gimme that free power. All right, we definitely want to do a shield upgrade first thing on this ship. 3 nebula jumps will get me 12. So I enter the nebula around 8 jumps. That'll be good. Wow, this is an insanely strong ship. cloaking, hack my shields.
We don't get the dodge. They have all of the dodges.
If you FTL. Jesus, I can't even see their ship. Did they hit my freaking sensors? Yes, they did. Jesus Christ. I can't hit weapons and they're effing hacking, so I just need to eye on their crap. What an overpowered Sector 1 ship this is. What an OP Sector 1 ship. That's insane. Just auto fire until I can see which crew I'm hitting here. The Ion Penetrator has breach chance. Yeah, yes, I see. Seems quite good. Damn it, why does your ship have to be so effing overpowered, man? I can't kill his crew unless they park themselves in a place my beam will hit. Thank you for being stupid, human. I'm not sure where this NG took damage from, but I should be able to finish him off here. We forgot about the breach chance. Okay. Alright. Let's get shield value. I will not buy fuel yet, actually, not until I get second shield. Alright, if I let this guy run out of bombs, it's a safe fight to train. But we could take damage, so I don't want to do that. Do not want to take damage. I should have cloaked that. Alright. It is definitely going to be a slow Sector 1. Are we perma keeping his O2 down? I think we are. Oh, and the ion beam stuns apparently. 10% chance to stun, okay. Let's do 2 ion damage. That's 2 ion damage, alright. Alright, get breached on. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. It doesn't perma by itself. There's a tiny window of an ion. Well, I guess it depends on their O2 whether that means it'll keep them permanently, if that will eventually vent them. Alright. Alright, there's second shield. Very nice. Hopefully we can get some training up soon. We get a single shot of the ion penetrator, it does for a good 6 cycles or something. Okay. Alright. Safe fight. Let's get training. We can ion their could breach them. Breaching could do something. Let me aim at a room where I don't think they'll go in, just for the training here. Oh, they have Clone Bay anyway, so it's fine. I won't accidentally kill them forever. It's gonna be slow dodge training. I don't know that I care about cross-training this at all. Because Mantis on engines and Crystal on piloting, I doubt I keep them there forever. Have I read Brandon Sanderson's other books? Yeah. Not all of them, because he has a lot of young adult fiction that... is a little... I don't want to say immature, but feels a little young for me. And he also does has like a graphic novel that I haven't read. But like I've read his Mistborn series, Alloy of Law series, Elantris I think was the first book he wrote. What else? Tessa of the Emerald Sea or something it's called. I've read most of his stuff. Warbreaker I really enjoyed. Yeah, I've read that one I think like twice actually. Alright, so we should be able to finish him here. If I do this and this. Yeah, I really enjoyed Warbreaker. I kind of wish there was more in that universe. The whole magic is colors or whatever, and there's some references to that world in Stormlight Archives, which is pretty crazy. That's one of the cool things about Sanderson stuff is since they're all in the same, what does he call it, Cosmere, there's sometimes crossover, which is cool. Yeah, breaths and colors, yeah. Alright, another safe fight if I wanted to cross-train, but meh. His new book, The Sunlit Man. I haven't read that. Know nothing about that one, sadly. Did that just come out, or is that, like, going to come out? I know nothing about that one. And that energy killed that breach quick. Came out about 3 months ago? Okay. Not sure how I missed that. Probably because I'm constantly reading stuff from my Kindle library, Kindle Unlimited, and his stuff is never the free stuff in there. It was one of his secret projects, huh? Okay. Yeah, Tess in the Emerald Sea or whatever that one was called. I know that was one of his secret projects. So I think I maybe have only read one of his secret projects things so far. It's fourth of the four, huh? Mind control, long range scanners is always nice. I'll take it. We're gonna get cloaking, hacking, mind control. We are very nice, very nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dive. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Has huge tie-ins. The Stormlight Archives takes place shortly after Book 5. Cool. Book 5 was the most recent one, right? I really enjoyed the most recent Stormlight Archives one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forget what it's called. Warbreaker or no? Gosh, I can't remember. Probably this is better. Running away and hacks my weapons. Go fuck yourself, FTL. Excuse my language. You're a piece of crap game. So frustrating. It's already a slow as hell run. You really have to do this crap too. Alright, at least we got the hacking offline. Wind and Truth, that's what it was, thank you. It's fine, as long as you don't do that on my show. Yeah. Well, it's funny about, like, cursing at the murder mystery gigs. They have a rule about you only ever, when it comes to, what do they call it? Making the show red or the rating. They say always start off at PG. If the host curses, you can curse up to what the host says. If the host says damn, you can say damn. But you don't ever go above what the host says. That's like the rule. Oh, damn it. You know, you only match the host. You never curse harsher than the host does. That reminds you of Stephen King. All of his books are actually in the same world, so there's some surprising crossovers, huh? Yes, but Stephen King has weird sex stuff in all his books, so I don't want to live in his world. I've only read the Dark Tower series, and I think that might be it. So, his is not a world I want to visit very often, to be honest. The other two secret projects are A Frugal Wizard's Guide and Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. Are both of those like young artists or young adult books? So I feel like that might be why I haven't gotten into those, because I felt like they may have been like just a little, again, I don't want to say immature, but immature is the word I come up with when I, like, you know, Harry Potter book 1 type of level of reading or whatever. You haven't read them yet? You'll let me know? Okay, they're on your Audible list? Cool, yeah, let me know. Let me know if they're good. I'll definitely read them if they're not too, you know, young. It only involves some kids. Well, I didn't even read it, which I think you're referring to. But Dark Tower had some, I don't know, it's just you can tell that Stephen King was on crack when he was writing a lot of his things, and in some weird fever dream. Whatever it is that he does when he writes books, because there's just some weird stuff that I don't really want to be putting inside my brain by reading his stuff. I don't care about that deal. It was coke and a lot of it. Yeah. Alright, well, all of the auto hackers at least didn't hack my weapons again. It's the same as George R.R. Martin. Like, I could read his stuff, and I did read his stuff, and then I felt slimy and gross after reading his stuff, so I stopped. So, for some authors, it's just, I don't like watching slasher movies or horror movies, because I get vivid nightmares of the things that can happen in those movies. Like, I still will occasionally have, like, nightmares from when I watched The Ring years ago. Like, there are things that they get in my brain and I just have nightmares, so I don't need to put gross, weird horror or sex crazy weirdness stuff in my brain. Did you hear about those new Dune movies? Totally ripping off Star Wars. I actually haven't watched the Dune movies. I need to actually watch the Dune movies. I haven't gotten to them yet. Because I don't watch movies at all. I just watch YouTube and Twitch all the time. Alright, missiles. Cannon cloak. A little late doing this. I guess I will still do it. fucking damn it, game! What the actual fuck? Beautiful. The Dune movies are very good. You're just making a joke about people who don't realize Dune the book was the first before even Star Wars. Yeah, was George Herbert? Was that the author's name? Yeah, I read the Dune books a long time ago. I reread Dune 1 about a year ago. And it reminded me why I didn't get much further into the series because I read Dune 1 and then I was like, okay, I'll start reading the other ones. And George Herbert has all this weird religious stuff mixed in with all his books. All this, like, all the Bene Gesserit stuff and spice visions of the future, and there's some interesting, weird religious stuff in his books. So, where am I gonna put this guy? You have no training. So I went like 2 or 3 books in on Dune, and I was like, okay, I think I'm done with this world. It's cool. If you like it, that's cool for you, but... Frank Herbert, is that what it is? Yeah, Frank Herbert. Dune movies, totally store from Warhammer 40k, totally. Alright, sun. Doesn't give me an extra jump, but this could be madly searched. Let's do it. They get even weirder, and you read all of them, even the ones by his son. Yeah, I feel like you or somebody has told me that before, that they just get really weird, which is fine, you know. That's some people's cup of tea, is weird religious stuff, I guess. I don't know. Fuck you. 2 damage missile. What the F? Don't hack my weapons. Okay, good. There we go. No, don't hack my sensors in a nebula. What will I do? I like my fantasy books like I like my movies. Not too deep. The hero wins, and there's fun, cool magic or fights or whatever the thing is. Like Brandon Sanderson is a good example. It never gets too dark or gory or weird psychological stuff. I mean, the hero doesn't always win. I mean, there are deaths in some of his books. But, like, I don't need weird crack fever dreams or crazy racist comments from a character who has... I don't even remember what the character in Black Tower's name is, but the woman who, like, yells at white people because of some weird mental thing she has going on. There's, like, some really crazy racist ranting that she does. Like, there's just some weird stuff. Is Roland that character's name? I thought that Roland was the main gunslinger guy's name. Think of the female character who I think was in a wheelchair. Susanna, is that her name? Brandon Sanderson's world building and depth are almost unmatched, yeah. Alright, we have any weapons I can swap out to? Not yet. No systems, no weapons. Well, no systems I want anyway. Yeah, I don't think I want any of that. Nearby solar flare. Man, I don't want to be in a solar flare for years. Let's go ahead and do a weapon upgrade in power. This will hopefully help kill them quicker. Has anyone checked out Wheel of Time? My name, Rand, is the main character from Wheel of Time. That is my all-time favorite series. Before Stormlight Archive came out. I 100% recommend it. Although it gets really drudgy and dreary or hard to get through eventually. Just so you know. There are some drudgery parts, but the books are amazing. The TV series not so amazing. And Brandon Sanderson finishes it, so it picks up at the end. Medbay drones teleport. I should stop auto firing there. Got him. Oh, double Zoltan. Go hang out in the shield room, bro. We are immune to one ion now. Very nice. Wheel of Time's on your radar because Sanderson helped finish the series or something? Yeah, so Robert Jordan wrote the first 10, 11, 12 books, something like that. And then he passed away, and everybody was really sad that it wasn't going to be finished. But he and his wife made plans to finish the series as he was like writing his will and stuff. And Brandon Sanderson was the one they asked to finish it, which was an honor for Brandon, and it's kind of a big deal for him and all this stuff. But yeah. Well, he dodged. Okay. Got him. Gonna do this. We were gifted several Sanderson books last year. Haven't gotten to them yet. They're huge. Yeah, that's great. It's great. Anytime I start a new series on Kindle Unlimited, it's got to be at least 3 or 4 books for me to get into it, because I don't want to just read one book. Like, the worst thing is getting really into a series and then it ends. It's just the worst thing. That's the genre. It is the genre. It's, you know, epic fantasy, I guess. Probably my genre of choice would be epic fantasy. Don't dodge, don't dodge. Frickin' knew that was gonna happen. He walked through and somehow didn't hit him there. Okay, you're dead anyway. Who writes epics in this day and age? Epic fantasy writers. And I'm glad they do. I would say probably the most epic fantasy writer is... Oh, what's the guy who does the Malazan Book of the Fallen series? Eric... something. Those are crazy books. What is his name? When you think of epic, you think of old-timey English in 1700s. Well, Lord of the Rings. Do you think of Lord of the Rings as epic fantasy? Because that was kind of the birth of the genre, as J.R.R. Tolkien. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So... And he was in 1900s, I think. Wasn't he? Early 1900s? Not actually sure when J.R.R. Tolkien was writing actually. You read The Count of Monte Cristos a few years ago. It took you a while. It's definitely a misconception on your part. You don't know why you conflate epic with old, but you do. Okay. Well, maybe it's because, like, Homer's Odyssey and Iliad are, like, considered epics. So maybe that's why. Learning that word in high school with that, and it's just stuck in your brain or something. That's absolutely it, yeah. And it's funny, because I never really was into those old epics. I never really cared for those that much. I think the first epic series I read after like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings was my sister's ex-husband got me the Shannara series by Terry Brooks. That's another good series. I should really reread those. It's been a long time since I read those. Jesus, man. All of the systems I don't want. Not even backup battery in this store. No frickin' weapons and crap systems. That's the second store that's been like that. I don't get 6. Oh. I guess I'll go Pulsar though. I think the first one is the Sword of Shannara. Really fun series. Insanely bad store. Both of my stores have been like that too, which is not ideal. Fucking dodges, man. You didn't disable hacking or anything like that. No, I don't think you did. I'm just getting unlucky with my stores. I do not blame you. Or FTL's RNG. Although sometimes I ask that question on Mr. Keys' ships because I just feel so unlucky every run of Mr. Keys' ships, so. Like, no, Rand, it's just bad RNG. Well, it feels like a personal attack, okay? I don't know why, but bad RNG feels like a personal attack. You have a missile. Yeah, these are definitely slow early fights. Are we in Sector 2 now? Am I still in Sector 1? I'm not sure.
Oh, come on, man.
Feels like Sector 2. If I do that, will that pull somebody in here to help prepare it? No, okay. You expecting me to have had a weapon upgrade by this point? Well, that requires stores to have frickin' weapons in them, and so far, no luck. Or is to get a free weapon from a crew kill, which also has not happened yet. Well, I got scrap for days. Pulsar store, then exit. Let's hope we can get something from the store. Please don't be a disruptor. Okay, good. Hacker with missile. Okay, at least that's fine.
Why? He dodged every fucking shot. I hate this fucking kid.
Oh yeah, we have ion protection. I forgot. Double Zoltan. Get wrecked by my ion protection. If only didn't have a missile, we'd be safe, yeah. Well, depending on his other weapon. Okay. Alright, give me some stupidly overpowered weapon to make up for the really late weapon. Or the systems I want. Alright, there's hacking. Ooh, and there's some weapons. Okay, hacking. Definitely that. We have normal flak 1. Normal burst laser 1, and then a flak 2 advanced. This advanced version of the flak 2 powers up faster, shoots projectiles faster, uses less power. 2 power, 8 shots. Shot radius 42 compared to, oh my gosh. It's the same radius, but it is 6 seconds slower. 6 seconds slower is a lot slower. Got almost triple the projectiles. It doesn't help me with the crew kills if I'm going to crew kill. It's also expensive. Yeah, 8 shots per 2 power is kind of ridiculous. Alright, we'll get it. I'm not going to use it unless we fight auto scouts, probably. Because we are still pretty safely crew killing ships right now. I will say that was also very expensive for if I wanted to save my scrap for our final system mind control, but it's fine. Alright, missile. I have 26 drone parts. We're immune to the ion. Beautiful. Getting a fire in there would be nice. No fire. I believe when you made the flak forever ago and introduced it on a ship, I managed to get 4 copies and have it flakkening. Is that right? I don't remember. But it's definitely OP, that's for sure. Bro's got jukes. Okay. So saving up for mind controls, our final system. If we get that, our ship's done. We just need to upgrade. Be pretty crazy. I'll sell 6. That gets us enough for mind control. Do I have anything I want to sell? Not really. We have long range scanners, so all these jumps are just frickin' empty, which is not ideal. Rand loves his flax. Yes, I do. Oh gosh, there's another one. Alright, backup battery and I need fuel. Go with that. Alright, where are my ship fights at, game? Where are my ship fights at? Now this guy's got some frickin' weapons. But we have cloaking, so it's fine. And an advanced flak too, which is insane. So get blasted by 8 shots. Alright, alright. Something tells me the advanced flak was worth picking up. Something tells me. Not enough for mind control, sadly. Looks like a dive sector to me. By the way, my name is not Randall. I just said. It's Rand. And it's not my name, but it's my fake name. My fake Twitch name. You're saying it wrong. It's not Randy. It's not Randall. It's not, I don't know, Salt Lord or anything else. It's just Rand. It's easy. Why do you guys mess up my name on purpose all the time? This and this. Randy man. No, it's not that. Let's see if I can get you the training here. Actually, I don't want to kill you. Although, crew killing this ship is going to be really hard. I think I have to do this. So I'm going to go to repair it. Damn, I shouldn't have had that on the modifier. Okay. So I gotta kind of do a blind crew kill here. Watch the doors. Okay, so somebody is now in here trying to repair, I think. Mr. Ranton. Mr. Randerson! Now that one's kind of funny because it's a Matrix reference, and that one I appreciate. Okay, I see him running around. I think he's fixing the breach in here. Got him. Nice. Salt Lord is my title. Okay, true. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 potentially dive, maybe. Master of the Salt Mines, yeah, Master of the Salt Mines. Blind Nebula crew kills. So fun. That's gonna just hit over somewhere here, that's fine. If I do this, bring somebody in here. You're always partial to Randolph the White, if we're gonna make up names. That's pretty good. Pie Boy likes to mess around and change my name in Discord, and I think one of my names he put as Randolin Leaf Blower or something like that, since I always talk about being an elf or whatever. Okay, there's somebody in this room, I think. That was pretty funny. Especially because you made that one up. You made up Randolph the White. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Randolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, huh? I mean, I'm quite active at Christmas time, just like Rudolph. I don't... Yeah, where did he go? Somebody went in here. Gosh, I don't know... I think I might just accidentally kill his ship. Okay, somebody just went... They're just running back and forth. What the hell is going on here? I don't know where their crew are. There we go. Okay, must have been one guy and a repair drone or some crap I couldn't find. As you can see, we've had our eye on you for quite some time. You play video games all day, you sing with your church group, you struggle to find parking on the weekends. So, Mr. Anderson, how can you make a phone call if you are unable to speak? Nice, nice. It's funny, you talk about having a hard time finding parking. I had that issue again the other day where my apartment complex parking was completely full and I had to park across the street in the other apartment's parking lot because I literally didn't have any place to park at my own apartment complex. It's so annoying. Like, it pisses me off. Like, I pay $1,500 for rent and I can't even get a damn parking space. So annoying. Am I gonna dive? I have cloaking hacking. Yeah, I guess I will for 2 more ship fights. You immediately read that in Agent Smith voice. Yeah, I don't know that I have a good Agent Smith voice. Need to practice that one. Okay, I think I need to do this. I might not have needed to have done that. Looks like we're good. Alright, let's kill the heal bay. Meow is not the only viewer to recognize Rainy Man as something besides his streamer title. Okay. I could just flak them. I could, but I want to get crew kills, because crew kills are OP. And if I have the option to crew kill, I will almost always take the option to do the crew kill. So... I don't have to cling to the crew killing. I'm not clinging to anything. I'm doing the most Potential for gains strategy, which is crew killing. Crew killing is too strong. Because look at that free crew. This could allow me to make you a silly device, but man, let's just do this. Okay. So what do I need? I need 75 for mind control. So if I want to be diving, let's get engine and a hacking upgrade. Probably should have got power for this jump. I'll show you repugnant. Wait, are you calling me a pug? Pugs are quite cute, so I'm not too sad about that. Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? 95% chance. F you, FTL, you piece of shit game. 99% chance to dodge, chat. 95. I think that's the highest you can get and still get hit. Is 95% chance to dodge, and we just did. Alright, well, F these guys. I'm not crew killing them. They get to taste the vacuum of space for their bull shenanigans. Hitting me at effing 95% chance to dodge. Can you get 97? Yeah, you probably can. Actually, there might even be a way to get 99 with training and pulling somebody off engines or piloting or something. I don't know. Still, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that I got hit at 95% chance to dodge. Ridiculous game. Ridiculous, I say. You think I did get hit with a 99% chance on one of your ships, RPG? Okay. You gotta be shitting me, game. Twice you hit me at 95% chance to dodge. 2 effing times. Eat 8 shots in the face. Nope, you dodged them all. You piece of shit game. Unfucking believable, man. I hate this game. Even when I'm modding to basically cheat to be overpowered, this game finds a way to screw us. 95% chance to dodge is like a 95% chance to be hit in the face. That's how FTL math works. I saw a Reddit meme yesterday. 65% chance to hit in XCOM 2, and it's a guy holding a machine gun literally on an alien's forehead. 65% chance to hit. FTL and frickin' XCOM, man. Give me a damn break. More audio clips with Missile Mod, yeah. Alright, well there's our silly device. Who's the fighting guy? You're gonna be my backup weapons guy, I guess. Alright, silly device. Give me some better dodge RNG, silly device. That's what you're here for. Alright, power. Maybe she got hook hack cycle. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. It's super safe. This game understands the algorithms to help Randy get frustrating situations, so his practices deep dive into character. Sounds like Warhammer 40k2 orc shooting to be specific, huh? For 99% dodge, you need to have level 5 engines, both pilot engines guy on level 1 training, and to be cloaked. You just checked it with the wiki. Alright, nice. Sounds about right. They're in my hacking. Oh crap, I just heard somebody yell pest control after knocking on a door. I might have to AFK to go friggin' let somebody in to spray the apartment or something. Okay, alright, we got our fuel. Mantis Homeworlds or Abandoned 4. We can crew kill, so I need level 3 sensors and level 2 clone bay to get Kazakh. How badly do I want Kazakh? There's 2 green sectors over here. Abandoned 4 is not too scary. They can only board with a single Lanius. I don't really have the scrap to get level 3 sensors and level 2 clone bay quickly. I'm gonna go Abandoned Sector. Hey, hacking 2. Oh, that's right. You find an artillery flak as well as a substantial amount of scrap. Holy, I forgot this whole abandoned thing in Eagleseye's mod. Eagle-Eye's mod. What is this? But this weapon of extreme destruction lacks in precision, makes up 4 in projectiles. As long as you can charge it. 4 power, 21 projectiles. Goodness gracious. But it's 19 seconds and it's like double the radius almost of the advanced flak. Okay. Going for a flagship one shot? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Really, all I want right now is my mind control, so I'm protected from Lanius bomber boarding. Mind control teleporter. We should be able to kill this with the ion beam that does crew damage, right? Oh crap, I think I just killed their ship. Oh well. 29 shots for 6 power plus piloting hack would probably almost guarantee boss kill first 2 phases. 8, 21, 29 shots, you're right. Man, if I can pre-ignite these 2 flaks, that would be pretty insane. That's 6 power, yeah. Maybe a little 1 volley the 3rd phase because of ion beam. Yeah, maybe so. Damn it, I can't find mind control. And all of my enemies have friggin' mind control. I kind of want to free up my Mantis. You're my dodge training. Which of these humans has any training? You have weapons training. Do you have engine training? You have only weapons training. Alright, where's the human with no training? Have I gotten you a little fighting training? Alright, you go be on there. Although that makes my dodges even worse right now. I don't want to do that. I'm already getting hit at 95%. I don't want to be hit at even lower percentages. Attack the weapons. I'll fire this. Of course he dodges it. Dodge this. To quote the Matrix. Yeah, this time it works out poorly. I'm not gonna be able to get Field Bay offline quickly at all. Okay. Dodge this, 65% chance to hit, and he does dodge it. Sounds about right. Hey, okay, well, I just put this guy on dodges. He's not learned any dodges, so get out. Get our slug pile. Let's, I guess, completely screw up my dodges here, since I'm going to be doing this anyway. Human there, you there, something like that. Maybe this. I completely screw my dodges. Hopefully we'll get trained over time. In order to help that, let's go ahead and do... Bam, bam. Still towards mind control. Slug pilot, you say? Oh, is that another Eagleseye? Alright, pay the scrap. Or, not the scrap. Pay the tax, whatever it is. Flak 2. Hopefully it's not the OP one. Roll credits, the end. Are you saying we've already won? Is that what you're saying? Oops, that was dumb. Stop. God damn it, I hate that fucking mechanic of backup battery hack. Randomly takes power out of your weapons. You're a piece of shit game. Did he just walk through that and take 0 damage? Maybe he has level 2 phone bay. It did it again. It took the power out of my fucking shields and weapons. Take the goddamn random power out of my engines, O2, like literally anything from weapons or shields. I effing hate that mechanic. It shouldn't work that way in this stupid game. It should not randomly back up battery out of your 2 most important systems. It's so dumb that it does that. So annoying. Okay, that should be GG. Wow, okay. Get rid of all of my humans, I guess. Where was that other human hanging out? In engines, okay. That was a Matrix reference. Agent dodges Trinity, kills Neo, the end. Oh, I see. 65% chance to dodge. So she says dodge this, he does dodge it, kills Neo, and the movie is over. That would be a terrible ending. Funny. Actually, probably not even funny, just goofy. Okay, I think I'm kind of done crew killing these guys. They're dodging too much crap. Hopefully we can get some dodge training here. Not a great start. Slug on NG's named I. Okay, I'll get the renames after this fight. I didn't do it yet. Alright, so Slug on piloting. Eagles. Slug on NG. Oh wait, you want it just to be single, okay. Let's log on on Engine's Eye. Okay, Eagle Eye. There we go. Rage Against the Machine still plays over the credits. Okay. Which is the Rage Against the Machine song? Is it the burn to the witches and burn to the witches and burn to the witches and burn to death? Is that Rage Against the Machine, or I don't know if I know their sound very well. That's the main song I remember from whatever that movie's called, The Matrix.
No! What?
It is, but not the same song. Oh, okay. So Rage Against the Machine has a different song that is on the credits. Gotcha. It's called Wake Up. Fitting name. Get it? I do get it. I do get it. The Matrix has you. You have to wake up from the Matrix having you. I'm thinking of Rob Zombie in the song in the club. That's Dracula. Okay. Yes, I am thinking of that. So that's Rob Zombie, huh? God damn it. If I'd gone the other direction, I think that would have worked. Okay, I was gonna say, I didn't think that was Rage Against the Machine in the club, but I don't listen to that genre very much, so I don't know what you call that, industrial rock or dark metal, or I know there's different types of metal, so maybe it's death or black or one of the different types of metal. I don't even know. I could do that and still have enough for my control. Let's do it. So Dragula or Dracula, one of those two, I guess. Okay. Ooh, this is really good. If I can breach his drone control, this is a safe fight. What breaches? The Ion has a chance to breach, so I'm gonna try to breach this, and then we're training. We're gonna, yeah. Well, I need to get the dodge training. Is what I need to get. No dodges for you. Come on, breach it, and then we'll turn on speed hack and train up our dodges. 20% chance, come on. 20% chance to breach. I see a breach chance. You could do it. I believe in you. Okay, maybe I don't believe in you. I'll speed hack anyway. Wow. There it is. 20%. Now we're gonna say we're safe, but we're not actually safe unless I do actual damage to it, so. Alright, I want to see the ion wear off and see if the drone comes online or not. I think that should be good. Yeah, we're good. I could even cross-train on weapons if I want to. Let's do that. Why not? Alright, that's engines and piloting. And level 3 piloting and engines, beautiful. Get blasted. I would dive if there's a store up there. Have I seen any stores this abandoned sector yet? I feel like I maybe saw one. Oh no, not the door hack, whatever. Well, I do. Yay, we finally have a 100% chance to dodge. Alright, do I care about crew kill? I don't think I care about crew kill. I did that wrong. I could have made this missile not be able to fire. Alright. For my poor timing, I will use a drone part to make up for it. FTL soundtrack goes hard. FTL soundtrack, one of the goats. Good old Ben Prunty. Okay, what do we got here? Systems, but not the mind control we want. Hole smasher, hole smasher. This is the vanilla weapon. This is a 1 less power one that pierces up to 3 shields. Wow, okay. We have this artillery flak we're gonna work towards. Which I could actually use her right now. If I wanted to do this, see what kind of one-shotting we could make happen here. Potentially. Do I dive for a second store? Nah. We got many sectors. Like 3 more sectors to look for, whatchamacallit? Mind control. Into the Breach OST was good too. You wonder if he has anything else in the works. I bet you Ben Prunty does. I follow him on Twitter, but I don't actually look at Twitter enough to know what he's working on. I think I saw him post something about there was probably some other copyright issue again on YouTube or something, because I had a copyright strike come up on another FTL video a couple weeks ago. I think it went away pretty quickly, but it's just so dumb. But I'm trying to not go on a DMCA/copyright rant again today. Although it's been a while since we've had a good rant, I guess. Good job, Neo. Good dodges. Trash for days. Get trashed on, bro. Honestly, I'm looking forward to the next update from Mr. Keese on his Into the FTL mod, because that one is super cool. But I know that's a lot of work, and I think he hasn't had a lot of time to work on stuff lately, I think, if I remember correctly. Slug home, sure. Yes. Ignore Slocknog, rescue Slocknog. Well, I don't have a human to vent, so what do you have? Training in weapons? Sorry, Slocknog. Recruit Slocknog just to shove him out the airlock. Today's not been your day, Slocknog. Poor Slocknog. I feel bad for the guy. Feel bad for the guy, but not bad enough to not vent him.
Just enough for me to do 0 fucking damage.
Rest in peace, Locknog. We hardly knew ye. We did hardly know ye. Well, next time, learn to get trained in a better system. I would have kept you if you were pilot trained or something. Care about Firebeam? If we're gonna try to one-shot the boss all 3 phases, I really don't care about Firebeam. Pre-igniter for the artillery flak is probably what I care most about. Apart from getting mind control, obviously. Picked up from his wreck and planet he was abandoned on. In space, realized you don't have the room for him. Asked to leave the ship. That's one way, hell of a way to lose an interview. Or fail an interview, yeah. Probably should have closed that. It's fine. This artillery flak is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Could also look for the T100 OP Vulcan. Yeah, but for one-shotting, we don't want a Vulcan. One Vulcan and one-shotting do not go together. Yeah, Vulcans. I do remember us doing a Vulcan run with your crazy OP Vulcan, but different type of build. Oh, this ship kind of sucks for flaks. Do we one-shot him anyway? No, we don't actually. We actually don't one-shot. A different type of OP-ness, that's right. I really do want another store, so I won't get every ship fight I can see right here. I really wish I had mind control right now. Okay. No store. Only level 2. Piloting 3. We can still afford mind control. Ah, freaking intruders for free. Is this the worrying radiation event? Yeah, yes it is. You know what? I might have worrying radiation, but you have a worrying amount of flak heading towards your face. Or your freaking face. Get ready for a worrying amount of... Okay, I have to remember how to do this. Jesus, I'm trying to do... Dolphin flip, there it is. Worrying amount of flaks in your face, bro. Okay, store, come on, mind control. Yeah, there we go. Alright, ship is done. Unless we get some more flaks to one-shot with. Hull beam could work well with the one-shot build. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 9 weapon power, which I think we can do in this mod, yes. I think so. I don't really want to do hull beam. It's not my first choice, so I'm gonna not commit to that yet. Also, I'd like to be able to afford a pre-igniter if we can find them at a store and if I'd spend scrapping up. Hull beam right now, we might not be able to afford it. Definitely had to practice with no pausing. Trash in your face to death. Stop surrendering. I'm not going to accept it unless you give me a free flak. Stop surrendering. It's not making a difference. 10 base weapon power, you can go up to 12 with elitization. Jeez. It's like you're just trying to one-up RPG Nerdos or something. It's crazy. Okay, none of this do I care about. How much fuel do I have? 12. Going to Sector 6. 14 will hopefully be plenty. Alright, free small bomb. Cool. Cool. Or Zoltan, not as cool. But it is 2 guaranteed stores. Hopefully with a pre-igniter in one of them would be nice. Did I say free pre-igniter? Just a pre-igniter. Don't hack my hacking, bro. Yo, dog. Heard you like hacking, so you hacked my hacking so you can hack while you're hacking. 12 is balanced because you can't get more than 25 power without hyperspace modding, which you don't do. I don't know if balance is the word I would use. I don't know if having 12 weapon power I would ever call balanced. But maybe calculated with the amount of power that is possible to get in FTL. It's perfectly balanced as all things should be. I watched a Spiffing Brit video for the first time in like a year or two. And he was playing some perfectly balanced Oblivion, getting ready for the Oblivion re-release. And he's playing a broken build where you use potions and other exploits to make your fatigue, which is your stamina in Oblivion, at 1, and then you buff your fatigue, which gives you a huge damage buff, and you like one-shot the strongest bosses in the game. It's pretty funny. It's always funny to see how Spiffing Brit decides to break a game. It's been a while since you've tuned in. He's apparently still popular. There are like freaking million views on that video from a month or two ago. The poor Zoltans don't realize their entire sector is about to become an asteroid field with this weapon loadout. Yeah. Sounds fun. It was a fun video. It was like 30-40 minute video of him showing how to make the build that he was doing. Maybe kind of want to play the Oblivion remaster, but I don't know that I'm ready to get into that. Well, that's another flak. It's not one of the broken flaks, but it is a flak, so let's buy it. We have a lot of our systems done. Have a normal baby flak with the other flaks. Oblivion is a funny thing, kind of primitive combat-wise, but fun. Yeah. Well, that's one of the things he talked about, is that the combat in the game is... Yeah, did he even talk about it in that video? No, I think I watched a video from... Who was it? Oh, what's his face? My brain's not working. There you go. Lazy Peon that was trying out the Oblivion remaster since everybody's talking about it. And he just didn't like it because he didn't like the combat. Because, I mean, the combat... there's a reason everybody played a stealth archer in Oblivion and Morrowind. Because at least you can aim and have some skill with a bow. With your melee weapons in that game, it's either swing or hold and then swing. There's not a lot of strategy or mechanics to Oblivion or Morrowind combat, I would say. Let's get a door upgrade since we keep getting boarded. That was Border Police, I think. Last video you watched was about him completely breaking YouTube by doing some video editing and making it so the video has over 100% viewer retention. Wow, I wonder how he did that. 100% viewer retention. I didn't even know that was a stat on Twitch, I mean on YouTube. Back when it first released, that combat was peak. Was it though? I don't even know if it was considered peak combat back when it was released, to be honest. Yeah, I should have waited on that flag, I guess. I've always felt that, because I mean, when Oblivion came out, WoW was out, and WoW has more interesting combat than Oblivion. I think pretty much anybody who's played both games would agree. Because there's, you know, cooldown managing, there's resource management that's a little more interesting, there's a more diverse set of builds. I don't think it was considered peak combat, unless you were, maybe you're making a meme or a joke or something. It was 2006. Well, WoW came out in 2005, so I would not say it was peak combat back then. Because even back then there were... Was Dark Souls out by then? When did the first Dark Souls come out? I actually don't know. I don't think anybody would say that Dark Souls has worse combat than Oblivion. He made a 40-minute long video. After 24 hours, he edited the video using one of YouTube's built-in tools down to 10 minutes. All that extra viewerships went above 100%. He was totally transparent about it too. It was really fun to watch. Interesting. You actually disagree about WoW combat being more interesting for sure. You would disagree with that? Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to agree to disagree with you. Okay, I want to do a poll. Who in chat thinks WoW combat is worse than Oblivion combat? Madman is one, but that is mind-boggling that somebody would think. Let's compare melee combat. You actually have abilities in WoW. Oblivion, you left-click to swing. Magic abilities, you right-click to use an ability and swap abilities. I don't know. Maybe I just like hotkey combat better, but I can't imagine. To me, that's not even close. You never played either? Okay. You don't like WoW? Well, do you feel like the fact that you don't like WoW is coloring your opinion on whether the combat is better or not? Because, like, I could say I don't like... What's a game I don't like, but I can understand that the mechanics are good. Like, I don't like Final Fantasy XIV because I hate the leveling up process. But that doesn't mean I think that the storytelling's bad. I just don't like it. Like, if you actually go into the nitty-gritty of the mechanics of Oblivion combat versus WoW, I really feel like if you were being objective about it, I don't know. Maybe you can't be objective about something like this. I don't know. Did I have a good playthrough as a mage in Oblivion? Yeah, I did many playthroughs in Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind. I think the game is amazing, but I've always felt the combat was too simplistic. I've always felt that the combat in every single Elder Scrolls game doesn't have enough strategy to it. It's all point your ability, use your ability. And you could say WoW is like that, but at least you have cooldown management and rotations you can do. It always felt like to me that in every Elder Scrolls game, you choose a spell, you level it up really high, you point it, and you use that spell. There's not a lot of, like, I use an ice spell to freeze a guy, and then I shoot fire to burst the freeze. There's no, like, combos, unless I've never played the right kind of Elder Scrolls. Is there any magic combo system, or setting up? I mean, you could probably, I guess you could do things like paralyze a guy and then maybe do a headshot or something. WoW you dislike for being click an ability and then auto attack for a while. Let's see here. That's Pulsar. So is the reason you don't like WoW because auto attack exists? That seems like I guess there are people that don't like some MMOs because they don't like auto-attacking, which I just find weird. It doesn't mean you're not using your abilities, it just means you also have an auto-attack. But, okay, if you don't like auto-attack, that's fine. Like, there are people that like New World more than WoW because New World doesn't have an auto-attack, which blows up my brain. If you like high-paced FPS, Titanfall 2. If you're not playing DDR with your fingers, it's too simple. If I'm not playing DDR with my fingers, it's too simple. Yeah, and I mean, there's different build types in all these different games, so there probably are. Maybe there is Elder Scrolls combat that does get more advanced. I just never saw a build or played a build where I had to use more than like 2 magic spells or aimed my weapon. The combat just always felt too simplistic to me. In your opinion, Oblivion combat is simplistic, but the perspective, the blocks, dodges, using range, and the spell constructor, Oblivion's still better. Not by much. Okay. Well, there is some cool. Being able to create your own spells is a really cool mechanic. I agree with you there. But to me, that's not part of the combat, unless you're gonna say that what part of WoW's combat is making your build, which to me is one of the cool things about games like WoW is coming up with interesting ways to create your skills and your talents and things. But I mean, I guess it's kind of part of the combat system. I guess it is. Reminds me of the discussion about Doom, the Dark Ages, asking the question, does developer think you are dumb? I've never played that game, and I've never heard that discussion, so I can't really comment on that. Sorry. I have no knowledge about that. I have no knowledge of this place. I think it's a different state of mind. A top-down point-and-click game seems more simplistic than a 3D environment with FPS. Which game are you talking about, top-down point-and-click? Because that's not WoW. WoW is a third-person over-the-shoulder. Well, actually, you could actually play it as that. Can you play WoW as first person? I think you actually can zoom in. I can't remember, but nobody ever plays that way. You could argue that creating your own spells is the combo aspect I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I guess so. But again, that's not part of the... To me, I'm talking like moment-to-moment combat gameplay. But yeah, that's true. But then I would also argue, like I'm saying, that would mean planning your talents out in WoW is part of its combat, which I wouldn't really say that, but if we're making that comparison, I think you'd have to say something like that. Yeah, I know, it's all preference. It's all preference. I mean, it's video games, it's all opinions about things. I'm just surprised. I guess I'm surprised that anybody would find Oblivion combat deep when you have games like Dark Souls or World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy or what are other games with good combat. What's the MMO, the Korean MMO that's considered like the best action combat in an MMO? Not Blade and Soul. What is that one called? Oh, my brain is not working. Black Desert Online, thank you. The developers assume the type of audience, the gameplay then reflects the type of audience. Okay, yeah, I could see that being a thing. In Oblivion, you can train selected skills that make you better at certain type of spells, which can, once again, combine. So to agree, you can also make builds. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Again, I'm not saying that Oblivion is bad. I actually love the Elder Scrolls games. And I think one of the best parts about the Elder Scrolls games is leveling up the skills that you use. That's a really cool system. That system's awesome. I wish... You know, it'd be awesome if there was an Elder Scrolls game that had these leveling up systems, the spell creation system, and then had a combat that to me lets you do some combos, that lets you do some actual melee skills. Like, I wish I had a charge ability in Oblivion, or a whirlwind ability in Oblivion, or a taunt ability. Like, I wish there were melee character abilities and it wasn't all just spells. But you basically have to be a mage if you want to use abilities, is kind of what I feel like is maybe the thing that I'm trying to say about Oblivion. I think Sekiro has the best and most in-depth combat mechanics. I've never played Sekiro. I need to, especially with all the things people have said about it. Is that the way Elder Scrolls is kind of like Diablo or similar games? The combos being made is mostly in the prep, the tree. I don't know if I would agree with that, because in action RPGs like Diablo, you do have things like, especially in like Path of Exile 2 or something, you do have things where you set up a combo and then you exploit that combo. Like Path of Exile 1 has a chaos ability that's like called Corruption or something. You put Defile on them and cast Corruption, it spreads to everybody. That's like a combo ability. So I would say there are action RPGs that do have that aspect of using spells or abilities that cause other spells and abilities to do other things, which I don't think of when I think of Oblivion and Skyrim and Morrowind. Do I plan on playing Expedition 33? Its combat is really good. Dark Stelly, yes, but probably after Monster Train 2, because that comes out this week. I was gifted it by Shogi, and I'm very excited to check it out. I just kind of have a list of games currently. Need to be skilled to win. There really isn't any cheese or different builds you can use to mitigate a boss mechanic. The game just tells you to get good with dodging and parries. I think you're talking about Sekiro again there. Both games are classic masterpieces. Oblivion's mods, though. For sure, there are mods that add combat moves. Really, if there's Oblivion mods that add combat moves, I want to play those, because I think the only Oblivion mod I ever played was like graphical mods. Man, that might make me want to play Oblivion again.
Let me fucking hit him! Come
especially
on,
if you can.
Man.
Are the Oblivion mods playable with the rework, the remaster? Because that's what I'm missing in all of Elder Scrolls games. It's why I probably, of all the Elder Scrolls games, probably played Elder Scrolls Online the most, because I like MMO combat where you have a different combination of skills and situational abilities you can use, like tactical gameplay. The most tactical gameplay I ever felt in Elder Scrolls single-player games was like stealth archery, because you're sneaking around and you sneak attack, and you can get a stealth attack, and then they're trying to come at you and you kite them and shoot. To me, that was the most tactical I could feel. Maybe I didn't do enough with spell casting where you can, I don't know, maybe charm enemies and then swing your sword while they're charmed. But like combo skills or combat abilities in Elder Scrolls would be awesome to me. It's on a completely different engine. You don't think the mods are available? Okay. Because it's on Unreal 5. Yeah, so it's probably going to take time before they get mods into the remake. Managed to get into SnowRunner or Roadcraft. I've never heard of either of those games. But I already got my next games mapped out. We're still playing Blueprints, which we might finish in the next couple weeks, I think. Monster Train 2 is next, and then Expedition 33. That's kind of my list right now. Kind of my streaming roadmap right now of games that I'm planning on playing. Man, I kind of want to look up Elder Scrolls mods now. Because I didn't know that there were mods that would add combat moves into Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Am I done with Blueprints? No. But I feel like we're getting there. The person who kept saying we had like 300 hours left, and then they say I was at 50% when I'm at like 50 hours. I feel like I'm halfway or close to halfway done. So I feel like a couple of weeks will probably get me to true ending or whatever the ending is on blueprints. I could be wrong, but that's just how it feels. But no, I'm not done yet. The game has a lot of stuff. And it also, I'm getting a lot of help from chat in giving me direction. I think the people who spend 300 plus hours in blueprints are people who look up nothing online, who want to find every clue by themselves, who like there's so many conditional clues in blueprints. Like you have to have the magnifying glass, you have to draft this certain room, you have to have this item to get into this like you have to have the magnifying glass after drafting the freezer while having a fire weapon or fire thing to melt the ice to look at this thing. Like there's so much conditional stuff that without direction it would just take too long for me to just try to make every little thing be perfectly aligned without yeah, where's my pre-igniter? Without chat helping me give him direction for what I'm looking towards. He's probably got maybe like 2 weeks left depending on how many hints he wants. Nexus mods, here's one. It's an animation replacer. Power attacks get unlocked by skills. Replaces standstill, forward and backward power attacks for long swords. I don't know, I'll have to look at it. That looks like they're just changing what it looks like, not how it actually functions. To me, that's not a skill replacement. That's just an animation. That's like a cosmetic pack or something. It's like getting the crystal sector, then getting the crystal sector and the crystal sector times 20. Maybe not quite that bad, but it's kind of like finding the crystal sector, where you have to have the exact things happen. But it's a little easier because it doesn't have to be 2 hours for each run or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of like that. I've opened the orchard. Yeah, I opened the orchard probably about 20 to 30 hours ago. Search the Nexus if you're interested in what people have been adding to Oblivion. Mostly. The original, there definitely were combat overhauls. You assume just a matter of time for them to be made for their remaster, huh? I'm gonna have to take a look. I don't even know if do I own Oblivion on Steam? Let me look up Elder Scrolls. I have Skyrim. If I go to the, what is it called, the workshop, I wonder if Skyrim has, oh, no, we don't want nudity or whatever to show up. I wonder if Skyrim has any combat overhauls. That was a fun puzzle, you having to repower the dark room, have the magnifying glass, see the lock codes carved in the tree. Well, yeah, now that's simple. That's only like getting the dark room and then repowering and have magnifying glass. That's simple compared to the stuff we're running into now. And I agree, that's pretty cool, but it gets really complicated. Because first of all, you have to change the rarity on some rooms to even get the rooms you need at the right time. You need to have an item that is required to make an item. You need an item that requires another item to make it, and then you need that item that you used to make it to have that also in that room. Like, it's just... Of course, you don't necessarily have to have that because there are other items you could have, but then you have to draft a certain room to find that item. Like, it's just, there's a lot of layers to the puzzles that require you to get a lot of RNG to find certain clues, and it can be I don't want to say annoying, but frustrating or time consuming to get all the pieces in place. Do I think I'm going to 100% the game? I don't know, because I don't know what that involves. I would say I doubt it. Is this just a regular flak too? 21 seconds, 7 seconds? Yeah, or 7 shots? Yeah. Screw that. I just want pre-igniter. I doubt I'll 100% it. But I don't know what's involved with 100%ing it. Opening the mod page on a game like that. There are Lydia mods. I don't know what the Lydia mods are, so. But if it's a bunch of naked people, then yeah, oops. I mean, this is a mature stream, so, you know, whatever. What is it, what game do we play on stream? What's that, Kingdom Come Deliverance? I think I played the first one, and there's a decent amount of nudity in that game. I was like, oh gosh. I usually avoid playing games with a bunch of nudity in them. But that one definitely had some moments. Okay. There are a couple of achievements for doing day one runs with certain challenges enabled. I might try to do some of those. I make no guarantees because it'll probably depend on what other games I'm looking forward to playing and how much enjoyment I'm still getting out of the Blueprints game loop. So I might try some of the day one challenges. We'll see. Some trophies are a little annoying, like 50 games of darts completed or 50 chess puzzles solved. I feel like I'm making decent progress on those because I do those puzzles pretty often, but we'll see. Doesn't feel like the one-shot's looking very likely here. Not looking very likely against the boss. Although maybe it will be more likely than I think because the ship is bigger. So more of our shots will hit, maybe. Too many missed shots with the big giant open space around here. These weapons seem good. Yeah, they're pretty busted. This is 2 power for 8 shots, 4 power for 21 shots. It's pretty busted. Do I want to elitize anything? I can get a value point without elitizing that. We'll probably elitize shields. Yeah, let's elitize shields. Do. Alright, so if we hack piloting, I bet you we one-shot phase 1. And maybe if mini ion beam one-shots the Zoltan shield, maybe phase 3 we can one-shot. I'm gonna at least try it. Let's get the OP-ness out before we go into third run of Mr. Keys' ship that hopefully will not be too salty, but is most likely to cause the salt to flow.
Zero goddamn dodge with this ship.
Man, this one doesn't even have guaranteed hits all here. I think that's the best location. Okay, good. I love how there's just a black flag with a skull on it. Is that supposed to be like a pirate flag, like skull and crossbones kind of thing, I wonder? It is? Okay, nice. Alright. Okay, open the doors. Do this. sure which is better. I think that, so the middle, I don't know if it matters if it's middle, actually. Beautiful, alright. Alright, that's 2 one-shots. Can we make the third one? 40 scrap gets me swiggity swaggity sensors. Definitely hitting a big salt deposit next, right, Mr. Keese? Oh gosh. I don't know, I feel like Mr. Keese at one point said one of the last ships a couple weeks ago was like one of the harder ones, and they're all stronger from there. I hope I'm remembering right. I hope that's the case. Okay, we counter the mind control. Kill your friend. Oh wait, we can't kill your friends. They should win this fight, I think. Oh, no. Okay, it did one shot. That's beautiful. Hack piloting. Oh crap! My drone.
Wow, big surprise.
Dodge
just enough for me to do 0 fucking damage.
Whoops. I didn't. Okay, it was a one-shot. It was a delayed one-shot because I had to deal with stupid ace borders. But there it is, the Tempestborne, 3 one-shots. With the freaking OPI on that one-shot, the Zoltan Shield. That was pretty crazy. Another crazy OP ship from Eagleseye. I think that's the last one in the current pack of ships Eagleseye had worked on. Let's check that score. Over 6K for that one too. 2 6K plus runs. It is the last one currently. Alright. Super quick ponage. Got a level 1 shot. It would have been even better if we had pre-igniter, but we couldn't find a pre-igniter, sadly. There's 80% of no salt. That's your forecast, Mr. Key says. Alright, well, I like 80% chance of no salt. Sounds like a weather forecast. A Rand stream weather forecast. 100% chance of salt today. Storm clouds and salt galore. Alright, y'all enjoy chair ad time and or a cookie. I'm Sam Treshy's Restaurant. When we come back, we'll play one ship for Mr. Keese that has an 80% chance of being salt-free, which I approve of. So I'll see you all in just a bit, my friends. Enjoy your time with chair.